welcome to AstroGossip. I'm your host, DJ Astrologer David Palmer, and I'm with my co-host, Christopher Witecki. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well, man, and liking the Sagittarius vibration. It's always good times, ruled by Jupiter.
Oh, I love Sag. You know, it's wild and crazy. And speaking of Sagittarius, why don't we start with Britney Spears? You know, she's been in the press forever, and now there's a new tape out. It's more of like a whole beating process with a current boyfriend and the ex-boyfriend kind of there to save the day.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy thing. I mean, first of all, it's Britney's birthday period, and before we get into the story, I got to say, Britney is always in the press during her birthday period.
I know.
You know, when she was out drinking like a whore or whatever, it was her birthday period. When she got her Pisces caught on camera, it was her birthday period. Even her 2 kids are Virgos, which means she got pregnant during her birthday period. So here we are again, Britney. Happy birthday, but it's a weird story, basically. Her current boyfriend, Jason Trawick, which is, I guess, a William Morris agent.
Yeah.
There's this tape that came out that allegedly her ex, Jason Alexander, not to be confused with George Costanza, but Jason Alexander released a tape where she came crying to him, and I guess it's all a hoax, and it all falls on the shoulders of Star Magazine. And to me, it's all goofy, but at the end of the day, happy birthday, Britney.
Yeah, happy birthday, Britney. You know, she's always been in the press with all these relationships, whether it's Kevin Federline or, she's the first celebrity that had news helicopters at her house just about her whole kids in the custody battle, just like news helicopters outside the house. So the drama surrounds her, and she is that pop star that kind of brought this new press out. So I'm not surprised about it, but it's a little bit old, and she's really not doing anything anymore. She's just, kind of being a couch potato, to be honest with you. So honestly, I don't even care.
I don't either. Let's move on.
Let's move on. We got Wesley Nelson, who I care about a lot, an Aquarius who passed away at 84 years old. You can always see him on Airplane or, Naked Gun. And, he did a lot of crazy scenes, a lot of stuff with Charlie Sheen as well. And those old, I forgot what movie it is, Hot Shots he was in as well.
Yeah, he's a serious actor. It was Airplane. He recently passed away, and he was an Aquarius. We need to get to that fact. And the fact that he's an Aquarius really shows his deadpan, comedy that he came out with. He was so serious when he first came out in his career, and then he came out with Airplane where he was deadpan serious, which actually was a revolution at the time.
Right.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. Mm-hmm. But anyways, sorry to see him go today, or in this week period anyways, an Aquarius that we loved.
Yeah, and he was so innovative on camera, and all Aquariuses have some of the best humor, honestly, you can ever find. My father's an Aquarius, and he makes me laugh every day. But you know what? He just brought such a great vibe, and it's just, he lived a great life, 84. So that's a really positive story in a way to look at him. He brought a lot of love and light to the universe. So good to see, people loving him. But, we also got Willie Nelson. He's smoking pot out there in Texas. He's a Taurus, and I got to give Willie some props, He's driving in his tour bus, puffing along, and guess what? He gets caught. It's kind of sad.
Talk about a Taurus. Yeah, Willie on the road again with marijuana, 6 ounces this time, actually getting caught on a Texas border. And there's a whole bunch of hubbub around, whether or not he should have been pulled over in the first place. This guy is 77 and still smoking up. So
yeah,
he could be like the campaign guy for medical marijuana. Nonetheless, I think it's kind of ironic because he gets caught all the time for pot across the nation. Like, who gets caught for pot? You don't hear it anywhere except Paul McCartney one time, I remember, in the 80s. But aside from that, that's just his karma. We got to pull up his chart one time and see what's up with that, man.
Yeah.
But Willie Nelson arrested for marijuana.
Yeah, and the thing about Willie, too, is you always see him in movies. He's kind of that guy who you see smoking in the back with the band, and he's always keeping it real chill with everybody, and he's got that cool look. I wonder what it was like when he got pulled over in Texas, and they're all, "What are you doing up in here?" And he's just like, "I'm just smoking, y'all, I don't know." But I guess Texas is harsh with it because he might get like 130 days. Am I right?
He could, yeah, up to 3 months. So
well, 3
Texas,
months, yeah.
Don't mess with Texas. If you've driven through there, but I think it might be part of his celebrity too.
Yeah, oh well. I feel bad for the guy. I hope you guys let him off Texas. And we got rapper Kurtis Blow. He's produced likes of Run DMC, and he's done Wyclef Jean. He got detained at LAX for marijuana, but the funny thing about it is these new body scanners from the TSA unveiled a little bit of weed by his I guess all he got was a ticket, though.
Yeah, thanks to Los Angeles. Come on to Los Angeles, Willie. Those 6 ounces would get you in jail here, too. That's a lot of marijuana to be packing on the bus. You think by now he'd have a secret little hiding compartment. We're back to Willie Nelson. But, yeah, rapper Kurtis Blow basically got caught in the airport. What's interesting is the most interesting story in all this naked scanning stuff to me was this, that you can't hide anything anymore, folks. Forget the underwear. Forget it. They're going to see it. And he's a Leo, by the way. So Leo got caught with their hands in the cookie jar.
Yeah, they always do, and I'm surprised the TSA didn't think that was his junk, you know? I mean, come on. I'm not sure that's what he was trying to do, but I guess those things are sharp, like you said, and, you know, Leo, you're a star, but, you know, you're going to have to figure it out, dude. You know, you just can't go through the body scanners with that. And another Leo, Wesley Snipes, who you've all seen in millions of movies. My favorite one was Blade, where he was the vampire killer, half vampire, half man. The guy's so badass. But it looks like he's going to be spending those 3 years in a badass prison for doing some badass tax evasion.
Yep, another Leo getting his hands caught in the cookie jar. We talk about this, Leos, because you're stars. When you get in trouble, you get made an example of. Okay, Martha Stewart, Willie, not Willie Nelson, but rapper Kurtis Blow, sorry. And this is, again, Wesley Snipes. I mean, gosh, how many celebrities have gotten away without paying taxes? I'm sure you just need a good accountant, but he might have been too cheap for that. But 3 years. Yeah. He's going away for 3 years, this Leo. And Leo ain't going to like that because you know that the cells are not royalty at all. But
no.
Sorry, Wesley, we'll be missing you.
No, and gosh, Wesley is just such a cool guy, and we've been seeing this story develop for years now, it feels like, and it looks like he finally got his judgment. I don't think he went for a plea deal either. I think he really went to go head-to-head, like a Leo does. When a Leo wants what it wants it, and it'll roar and roar, but it looks like he roared a little too loud.
Yeah, not happening. So ending that Soul Capital transit with loss. He lost that transit indeed.
Yeah, now we got a couple Libras in a relationship, our love part of this show, and we've got Neve Campbell, who you guys all know from Scream. She was also on, Party of Five. She's done a bunch of stuff. She's with the Leo, John Light. They're divorcing.
Yep, not surprising. Another Libra hitting the dust with the marriages. We've been seeing a lot of it lately. And with Saturn and Libra, I guess they actually filed this summer, right, when Saturn went in Libra for the first time, ironically. And Neve Campbell is one more celebrity. We've been talking about it for since we've been on the air. Actually, nothing but breakups and new marriages happening with this Libra, Saturn and Libra. So another one bites the dust.
Yeah, and those Libras, it's going to be a tough couple years, but, in relationship-wise, it's even tougher. And, it's all about them right now for the Libras, really redefining who they are. Looks like they're both doing it to themselves. So I'm sure Neve will be fine. She ran away pretty cool in Scream, and I'm sure she'll run away into some person's house and, be saved. I'm guaranteeing it.
My advice for Librans, if you're falling in love now, wait till the summer of 2011 before you really get serious about it. That's just my astrological advice because you guys are under major construction.
Well, what do you think about North and South Korea? I mean, what advice do you have to give to that relationship?
That's a tainted relationship. It's a weird history, actually, astrologically. When Korea was together as one nation, it was a Pisces. And then when it separated by the nature of the new constitutions and whatnot, North Korea is a Virgo now and South Korea is a Leo. But I think the Pisces nature of, their true heritage is what they're about because, they're getting along and then they start fighting and then North Korea starts crap with them again. And then they're getting along and then North Korea launches nuclear weapons and tests them. And I don't know. I think considering that Kim Jong-il is actually getting ill, which, by the way, if the universe doesn't know how to give a hint, his last name is Ill. That's kind of like us having Barack sick as president. You know what I mean?
Totally.
No, he's ill. But he's really ill this time. He's also an Aquarius, so he's a cold-hearted bastard when he wants to be. No offense to the Aquas, but they can go there. I think it's him just playing with that button before he gets out of office and screwing with it. So it comes down to him. And ultimately, with it being the Pisces nature, I do think with Jupiter and Pisces and Uranus, we're going to see a major change in North and South Korea. We'll see what it comes down to, and we'll see who succeeds. Kim Jong-il.
Yeah, well, the thing about Kim Jong is, he's an Aqua, and South Korea's a Leo, so a little opposition there. And the funny thing as well is, America is in the middle of all this, which is the Cancer, always trying to, take care of the situation. That's all we keep seeing. Well, we'll see what happens. They just honestly, Kim Jong-il, just let him kind of do what he's going to do. He ain't going to do nothing. I know it.
Screw it. It's just World War.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for watching another great edition of AstroGossip. You can watch us every Friday on soulgarden.tv.
Soul